Hello, this is the Paradigm Shift Part 2. I didn't cover everything I wanted to in the first video, but I'm going to try to hit a couple things that I didn't really go into great detail about that I probably should have. See, this one's more like going to be along the lines of like the social climate in America, and also it's going to probably relate towards the moral downgrade, basically. Uh, Back in the 1950s, when all this prayer and the Bible and everything was taken out of schools, you started seeing a dramatic rise in teen pregnancy. Homosexuality started to go up, and you started having more and more crimes. It gradually started. It started out just a little bit at a time, but now it's gotten to the level where it is now. So it used to be pregnancy out of wedlock that was almost unheard of. Now it's I probably find probably about 20 people in about 15 minutes around here that will actually be pregnant out of wedlock. I mean, in some situations, you can kind of see it, but it shouldn't be as rampant as it is right now. And the country has not really been more along the lines of like family friendly. It's kind of led more towards like the nation went from basically a one mom, one dad. Now it's just like a single mother raising a kid. I mean, that's not healthy for the kid. That's not healthy for the mother. It's a big struggle for everybody. And there's the only way we can get back to that is if by some law, somehow, some way we can get back to about the moral uprightness that we were back in the 50s. A lot of people want to think of like time before prayer and Bible were taken out of schools as probably, according to some, probably the Dark Ages. Now, there's a lot of things that it just doesn't make any sense. I mean, why would that be considered a dark age when your crime rates were low? I do believe even your poverty line was even lower. You got less people living in poverty, less people just going paycheck to paycheck trying to get by, and we were actually based on the gold standard, so our money was actually worth it said on the bill. I'm not probably just jumping all around, but like I said, there's a lot of things I wanted to cover, but I didn't. And then you had in the 1970s, I believe, you had Roe versus Wade, which legalized abortion. Now, since that was passed last count, I think it was like 65 million abortions. Let me repeat that: 65 million abortions. See, the U.S. population now is about 315 million, I think, or something like that. So you add on that 65 million, and you have let's say about 380 million people living here, which is about, let me do the math in my head. You're seeing about a 24, 20, well, I want to say you just could round down to about a 20% decrease in population. Just think about that. 20% of 380 million ever existed. Now that could have been people that could have been contributing into your sciences, your education, your possible future politicians. Yeah, talk about shooting yourself in the foot there, people that want to retain power. Anyways, in, I mean, you have no idea what that kid could have been. You have 65 million people who never existed. You have no idea what they could have been. And I could understand if the mother's life was in danger, how it may be acceptable. to perform an abortion, but I don't play God, and I don't ever intend on playing God, because as I'm a man, I'm not about playing God. And like, since it happened to me, you have all these people that didn't contribute into Social Security and tax revenue and all your good exciting stuff. But also another way to think about it is, you have the 65 million people that never existed. They could have started a business that could have created jobs. One of them could have been president. And you have unknown amount of possible actors, artists, musicians. You never know what they could have been. And I don't like how people who come out against against abortion. I don't like how we're the ones that are being. I mean, somehow we're wrong. We're trying to protect a life. I mean, think about this. If your mother had aborted you, we wouldn't be having this discussion. Just be thankful that your mother actually cared enough to actually let you be born. And because, like I said, if you were aborted me, who would be here to argue with me? And it would make my life pretty boring. And it doesn't make any sense. I mean, I don't like how they say that it's your body, it's your right to choose. Okay, it was your body. Well, I mean, I can't really even state this, but I'm going to go back and I'm going to apologize to people that I've been here in a minute. But you're the one that performed the acts that allowed the baby to be conceived. Okay, that part, that was your choice. Now, there's a baby growing inside of you. The baby does not choose to die. So therefore, you're infringing on that life's right to exist. Now, you just show me the pro-killing baby side of the argument. Please, I may even believe you. I have a very open mind when it comes to things like that. Though, I mean, I know you're going to be wrong, but I may understand your reasoning behind it. And I mean, if you're raped or something, I mean, there's a thing called adoption. It's the other A word. It's adoption. You allow the life to be born, and then that child will actually grow into being whatever he or she is going to be. And that's all I have for the abortion things. Actually, I think I might be almost out right now, period. So that's what I wanted to cover in the first video. This is Matt Hollingsworth, your libertarian from Franklin County, Virginia, for now. Signing out.